Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hi guys, I'll be right there. Okay, there we go. Now we have official rules. Hello, Shara. And yes, you're first. And hello, Pat and Diana. And hang on, let me pop my chat out and move it to the other side. And we'll make that size. Bring the chat over here so I can actually see it. Hello, Kathy Gibbs. Hello, Crystal. And you were just watching my diamond painting video. Oh, cool. Hello, Virginia. I was just like chatting with Virginia just a minute ago. Guys, I was late getting set up, so I don't have any coffee. I don't have anything like that. I was originally planning to have a nap this morning, but that didn't work out. Hi, Susan. How are you? Happy Sunday to everybody. And let me pop up my camera controls here. See if I still have. Yeah, I got my white balance and my autofocus set where I want them. So we're in good shape. And yeah, no coffee. I know. I don't think I'm going to be able to get by. Can you guys give me 1 second? Well, we're discussing a serious subject. Give me 1 second to go at least put a cup of coffee in the microwave, and I'll be right back. I hate to do that as everybody's coming in. Hopefully somebody will explain, and I'll be right back. Okay. Now, in 3 minutes, somebody send me back to actually get that cup of coffee out of the microwave. Hi, everybody, and welcome to CLAldridgeArt on a happy and cold, rainy, icky, rainy looking Sunday. Thank you, Kathy, very much for buying the Mandalist book. As you all can imagine, with a 50% off sale, things are jumping in the art studio here. And it has just been a fantastic couple of days. And so I do want to say thank you to all of you who are taking advantage of the sale. Now, if you are unaware of it, I am currently running a 50% off sale on every PDF in my Etsy shop. That includes the books, the pages, everything. And so there are links in my description below to the Etsy shop. And of course, that cha-ching sound is the thing that is going to help me keep my car on Tuesday. And I'll tell you the story of that. And also the furnace, which decided on Friday night that it did not want to work anymore. So 2 unexpected expenses, which necessitated a sale. So my loss is your gain, so to speak. And hopefully by this time next Sunday, all things will be back to normal. Um, anyway, the inspector, I've decided last year that the inspector has his eye on my car. And before I retired, I was lucky enough to buy a Saturn Sky. And if you all remember what that is, it's the little two-door uh, convertible sports car that Saturn made before they went out of business. And it looks like a miniature Corvette. And so a lot of people comment on the car. And of course, now it's 10 years old. And it still runs like a champ. As a matter of fact, it's got less than 10,000 miles on it. And so I think the inspector wants it. So every time I let the registration slip on it or don't get a city inspection on it when it's due, which I'm usually late doing anyway, he comes by and puts "we're going to tow it in 7 days" sticker on it. And I go through this. So this is the second year. Hello, Christy, and hello, everyone. And so, yeah, so that's why I'm having a sale. That and the fact that I want to give back to the community by the ability to actually have one. I thought we would color today in, well, actually, before we get started, I do want to say something. In my diamond painting video, I had mentioned there's been a lot of talk about copyright in the last few days. A wonderful channel, and I want to call her Little. What is it called? Somebody help me out with the name of it. Anyway, the link to that video is below the book and the CLAldridge tools in the description. And it's what is the name of her channel? My goodness. But anyway, the title of it is that she got a copyright strike, and that the diamond painting world needs to understand what happened to her. And so that's what that video is about. But it is so informative. It is so wonderful. And it is so important because what is happening in the diamond painting hobby is what happened in the coloring hobby 4 years ago. And that is that a lot of people's work is being stolen by Chinese companies that are marketing it and selling it through AliExpress. And so it's important to understand that that's what it is. Hello, Mrs. Coffee, what is the name of that lady's channel? Tiny Worlds of Wonder. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you, Christy. Tiny Worlds of Wonder. And that is quite possibly the best video that I have seen on the subject ever. And I've seen some really good ones. That is the best she admitted what happened. She admitted the steps that she took such concrete action. She won me for life. Absolutely for life. I am a fan of hers forever. And anyway, yes, Dee Dee's work. Oh, it wasn't Dee Dee's work. It was Dee Dee's coloring of a Jasmine Beckett Griffith picture that was turned into a diamond painting and then sold through AliExpress. And I mean, Dee Dee hit the roof. Of course, Jasmine hit the roof. It was like what? There, Virginia, thank you for the link for the video. That's it right there. Now, that doesn't mean I want you to leave here right now to go watch it, but please do, because it applies across all of the genres, especially to all of us who show pictures and who color things. You know, that phone hasn't rung all day. Pay no attention to that phone ring. I'm not going to. The ringer is usually off on it. I apologize. Whoever that is, go away. Thank you. It's usually a robocall, so which is why the ringer is always off on the phone. And hello, Nanamo, and anybody and everybody who has come in. Emergency fur baby tearing up the kitchen roll using for your oh my goodness. goodness. Okay, so what I thought we would do is color a page in Fabulous Flowers, since we haven't colored it for a while. Plus, it gives me a chance to show this picture again, which is the one that I'm going to see if they'll make into a diamond painting for me. And I thought that we would color the next page, which is this one. We would use CLAarts for the base and shade with Prismacolors, since I haven't used my pencils in a while. Paper and socks finish. Okay, the dog. I'm assuming the dog. Thank you, Nanamo. Anyway, so yay, everybody. Hello. Oh. And I almost forgot. This is my original of the new drawing. Now, the new drawing, of course, in the shop does not have this problem. Edit that out in the when I created the PDF files and the printables and all of that. But so this is a new mandala that I just finished. I think it's really pretty, and it is in the shop. I put it in last night. Hello, Mary. And I need to check my email. Mary, did you get my email? And I need to check my email to find out what your answer was. Oh, thank you, Shara. Thank you. Speaking of, and Shara's right. Before we do this, let's do a happy mail. It is Shara. Is just wonderful. She is here in our stream. This is Shara Likes to Color and Chat, and she has a wonderful channel, and she had a giveaway, and I won it. Now, I felt a little guilty about entering it in the first place, but I can't say that I'm guilty. Oh, sorry. Oh, my dear. Well, I will edit that out by the time that this thing goes any further. Thank you, everybody. Turn it over. I'm sorry. You can tell it's been a while since I did a happy mail. I apologize, Shara. My address is there too, so I will be sure to edit that out. But oh, look. Yay, it's even got a card. Oh, well, you know, I don't like it either. See, that's how I got Dee Dee's address. I got Dee Dee's address because somebody showed her card. Showed her address, and I wrote it down. Wait. Mrs. Coffee, why are you retracting your messages? Don't retract your messages. Thank you to whoever that is. Thank you. Oh, yay. She says, I was so happy you were the winner. Yay, Shara. A stalker? Yeah. No stalkers. But yeah, it's important that we don't show people's addresses. So, oh, because I see. Okay. All right. You wanted to know what the name of it was. I named it. You know why? I named it because this book is the best of CLAldridge Mandala's 48 fan favorite designs. So I named the new one Flower Mandala number 49. It was sort of my personal joke. No, I actually never sent her anything. I need to send her stuff to, she would give it to me because I need to send her stuff for my page in her yearbook this year. And, oh, look at this. Everybody, look at this. Oh, these are the Jane, maybe we'll play with these. This is the Jane Davenport palette pastel birthday suit. Birthday suit. Ooh, that sounds interesting. These are pastels. They're sort of there we go. So these are palette pastels in beautiful skin tones. Look at this. And Jane Davenport makes such a beautiful product anyway. Ah, that is amazing. And look, it comes with these wonderful stencils. Let's open these so we can see what they do. Oh, look, I can hear my coffee. I heard it go beep, or actually I heard it ring. Okay. Oh, it looks like, wait. You know, these are really handy for running things off of because they've got sticky stuff on one side. If you put it anywhere near me, I'm probably going to recycle it and find a different use for it as well. So, okay. So these are very cool people stencils. And you can use these to draw your own people. Now I did, oh look, there's flowers and a neck. There's hair. There's all sorts of different eyes, lashes, different lashes, different noses, different lips, oh, eyebrows. These must be the eyebrows that go over the eyes. Look at how cool those are. Ooh. Stick the eyes in. Very, very cool. This is just very, very cool. I love it. Yeah, there's the entire face. So you can draw that, put the eyes, the lips, the nose, and the eyebrows in. The hair, decorations for the hair, maybe. You put a rose in her hair. You put a necklace on her. Where's the, what did I do with the neck? There it is. There's the neck. You could put the necklace on the neck. That is just so cool. You can really play with that. And there's this really cool canvas board. And then this is making faces, mixed media, not quite a blank slate set. Wow, that's cool. Okay, so it's got all of these in here. Let's find out. This is really a nice giveaway, Shara. My goodness. Okay. However, it is designed to defeat me. Oh, of course it has one of those easy open envelopes. Except it's got a very, very tight fit. Anyway, I just thought it was very timely, Mrs. Copy, that we were just talking about that in your stream the other night, and look at all the things that have come up around it. Look at how cool these are. These are just gorgeous. And there is a frame. Our high fashion girl. These are just very, very cool. And this is really neat cardstock, everybody. And then these are blanks so that you can do your own in that same paper. How cool is that? Now, I am not brave enough to attempt something like this in front of you for the first time because I don't draw people, but this is a lovely, lovely giveaway. Really, really lovely. And what a great deal. What an absolutely great thing. Now, I do know that Shara did say that she was able to get most of this on sale because Jane Davenport is very pricey. So, wow, Shara, you did good. They take the pastels wonderfully. Okay. And you've done some of these on your channel, yes? So that I can come and watch that. And so, yes, that is so cool. That is so cool. And no, I'm not going to demonstrate them today. I'm going to practice with them first, and then I'll demonstrate them. Yeah, it's been that way in the coloring as well. As a matter of fact, the best way to get kicked out of a coloring group is to start talking about copyright. Now, it's not so much that way anymore. Mostly, and it really did, these were not bad people. They were not bad people. They just didn't understand what it was they were doing. And I suspect that the diamond community is going through that right now. And, it's hard to argue with the saving of the money unless you don't have the moral compass to realize that they really are taken out of the artist's mouth. Literally, that's what they're doing. They're stealing from the artist, and it's theft. There's no pretty way to dress that up with, nicer language. Once they understand that, that the companies that sell, many of the companies that sell through AliExpress are not getting proper licensing, and they continue to buy, then they are guilty of theft. And just so you know, the penalty for that is pretty hefty as far as cash, because you get triple damages for every time it's shared. So if you share it in a group and it is then shared outside of that group by others in the group, you are still liable for all of those shares. So it's just really ugly. And as far as I know, there's only ever been one person who was actually sued. And of course, she didn't have anything, so the artist was never able to collect. But yeah, that's a subject that's ugly. Talk about that. it is so hard to, it's hard to charge internationally, and they take that as a license to do it. And but you know, the thing about it is that you put enough artists together with an attorney that you know, that believes in a cause, and you can get anything done. So, and hello, Melody, lovely to see you. 3:30 in the morning. My, and I wish you were sleeping. I'm happy to have you here, though. Happy, and hopefully, I'll go all zen on you, and you'll get some sleep. Although I won't go zen if I don't go get that coffee. So I will put this up. I'm gonna leave you with this pretty stuff to look at, and I'll be right back. Okay. There we go, and thank you all so much for bearing with me. Okay, it's a beautiful color. Isn't it a gorgeous color that it's like coral pink. I love it. Okay, so CLAlridgeArt markers, Prismacolor pencils, off we go. Off we go, grabbing. Speaking of that beautiful coral color, let's see what we can do with it. There's bound to be a beautiful coral color here somewhere. How about we start with 701 Salmon Pink and let's see, okay, coral, turquoise. We want a turquoise, so we will start with a 201 hint of blue, which is right there. Oh, Cal Withington comes on in 30 minutes. I subscribe to that one too. You think I might have a diamond painting fetish? And let's see here. Okay, so coral and turquoise and golden yellow. Do we think maybe golden yellow? Possibly. Let's go with a golden yellow. We'll try the Y003 for a golden yellow. We're going to need a fourth color, but I don't know what that is. Oh, lavender? No. Lavender, coral and no. Coral and fruit pink. Coral and blush pink. No. Coral and, oh well, I'll figure it out later. Let's see here. And I think we want, oh, you know what? Yeah, we do need well, maybe we need a fourth color. We do. These are going to be my corals. Uh-oh. I heard it. I heard her. I heard you, Melinda. I heard you. Hello, Loretta. Lovely to see you. And thank you so much for being here on this beautiful Sunday. And I hope that everybody is having a good day. And how we've all been, all the content creators have been busily editing their videos to add words like stress release and adult and all that kind of good stuff. If you are not over the age of 17, everybody, you must leave my stream. It's 13, but I'm going to play it safe and go with 17. So I'm just putting down a base of a coral color, and then I will layer it up with some lovely Prismacolor shading. And I'm really just doing the big flower on the outside on these. So could zoom me down. I'm being awfully. And I've changed up my lighting again. And I'm not overly thrilled with the way that the light is presenting. But it seems to look okay on the finished video. So I noticed it last night when I did the diamond painting video. Hello, Corolla. It's lovely to see you. Hello, Sushi Roll. And yes, these are CLAart markers. And okay, Corolla, I know it's late or getting late there. And how are Baloo and Gizmo? Baloo and Gizmo are cats, of course. And I will be getting back over to Caroline's stream. I have not been able to get there because I've just been swamped doing some other things, but excited to watch pencils over markers. Mary, it's a great way to color. Loretta, we all are. We all are, my goodness. Although some days, I feel like I'm younger, but my body informs me differently every time I look in the mirror. Okay, so that is a nice coral. And we'll go with the turquoise next. Or the hint of blue next. And it'll look really weird, but trust me, these will be just fine colors. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Hopefully we're still in focus. I just love these CLAart markers. And I think that what I really love is that they kind of make you feel like you're getting something done right out of the gate. Whereas oftentimes coloring with pencils is a fairly slow process. I think it goes much faster if you base it underneath with marker. Feels like it does anyway, because you're not starting from scratch. And the other really added benefit is, especially on KDP, Amazon paper, you don't have to deal with those little white spots. Okay. So how's everybody doing? Gizmo is all right. Christine Ballo needs a shower. Oh, boy, aren't you a brave soul? I never used to think you could give a cat a bath. And then the lady who I bought my house from, I inherited the first cat that I had from her. She had another cat. They didn't get along, and so she asked if she could leave one of them with me, and I said sure. And he was a lovely cat. He just was a one-person cat, a one cat in the household cat. But he did get fleas, and I had told her that I was gonna go get him a flea dip, and she said, "Oh, you don't need to do that. We can just give him a bath." I said, "Well, how do you do that?" And she just grabbed him by the scruff of his neck and hauled him into the bathtub and filled it up and gave him a bath. I said, "You've got to be kidding." Of course, he fought her all the way. You had to wrap him in a towel. But, oh, wow. With this, oh, that's wonderful. Well, do a review for him, Kathy. That's wonderful. I've never had a company send me anything, so I think that's great. Of course, I've never asked them to, I was just thrilled to discover, all the different coloring supplies that are available now. It's just like, wow. And all the different companies that are making them. I missed Coloring Queen. Oh, no. Wait, what? Are you on live chat, Christine? Apparently, no, apparently I am in top chat. Okay. How did I miss Coloring Queen? Leah, are you still here? Oh, no. Okay. Melody, thank you for the heads up. I'll get with Leah later if she's not still here. I need to send her some things anyway, so. She was in and out. Okay. I'm sorry, Leah. If you watch back, I will get with you later. She is such a sweetheart. She is the first person that ever reviewed one of my books and offered me very constructive advice, which I incorporated into the next book and continue to incorporate whenever she tells me something. So thank you, Kim. And okay, and yes, and I apologize to anybody that I have missed coming in or who is departing. I'm trying to be better at watching the chat simultaneously. I do pretty good some weeks, and other weeks I just don't manage it. Okay, now this one I know I'm also going to do, because this is the twin of that one up there. But we were talking from a content creator's point of view this morning, that it's going to be so difficult for those of us that might like to color more whimsical drawings. I don't typically do them, but I know a lot of people really enjoy them. And it looks like under these new rules, guys, it's going to be pretty hard for color and chat channels to do that. So don't get shocked when we all start using, words like stress relieving coloring or art therapy coloring or something like that, just to try and avoid the YouTube bots under this COPPA with the FTC. Okay, so we do need the one color, and I think it's going to have to be lavender. So I need to pick a nice light lavender. I think the mauve 702, which is this one. You bought the CLAart 100 set first, not knowing about the 180 set. So you bought them, and they're your favorite so far. But okay, the Everblends. Well, now the Everblends, I know, aren't they the kind that are also made to be a blending marker? So you can put the tips together, do that, or no? Or do they, excuse me, or are they just easier to blend with? These will blend. I just have never had the occasion to do it. I did that one, but and I haven't done anything like it since. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Coffee. And I loved, for those of you who might not know, Mrs. Coffee is, she does diamond painting, she does coloring, she does a lot of different things. So, she's a wonderful, it's a wonderful channel. I love it. So go subscribe. And anybody who would like to put in a link for Mrs. Coffee, please do. Otherwise, you can just use the 3 little dots out at the end of her name, go to her channel, and hit subscribe. You won't be sorry, I guarantee it. I know what I was going to say. Anybody notice what my subscriber count was today? Now, I'm not going to stand on it as gospel, but it hit the 1,000 mark. I'm just hoping it stays there. I don't want to have my hopes dashed and have it be 999 tomorrow. But I owe that to Mrs. Coffee because it was at 990, and then after Mrs. Coffee's stream, it was at 997. And then as of today, I think it hit 1,000. So, oops, I missed one. If I'm a little bit dingy today, it's guys because it's been since I've been up since 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I tried to lay down earlier, but I was just not able to rest my mind. So I'm hoping that it's not premature. I hit it, but until it goes to like 1,010, I'm not going to believe it, that it'll hold. I rarely lose subscribers, but I have, it's, and the YouTube depended upon which device I use to go in, it's almost never the same in two places. So one will say, it used to say, one would say 758, and another one would say 759, and the other one would say 756. And so I just, I don't know if the refresh rates were different on the devices or what. Or if the mobile apps, pull from a different source or some such thing. Of course, that was back when they were having real problems delivering an accurate subscriber count. Thank you. Thank you, Melinda. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that number holds. That would be just so wonderful. That would mean I made it in a year. Yay. Okay, now I know I want green leaves, so I can just go with a nice base green on all of that. I think I'll go with two greens. We're going to go with the 804, which is the yellow green, and the 902, which is the anise green. So the 803, is that this one? The 503? No. I want the 804, sorry. Hello. Are you in there, Christine? Calling Christine. Are you in there? 825. Is that you? Yeah, that's you. 825. No, that's not. I'm looking for 804. Is that you? See, this is why I can never tell, because it's all chewed up on the end. Looks much better on that side. 804. Okay, so the 804 is going to be these up here. Just straight color those all the way around. This also gives you a good idea of how your colors are going to work together when you base with something like a marker, because all you're really going to be doing with your Prismacolors is adjusting your lights and your darks. And so it gives you a really, I think, an accurate picture of what your colors are going to look like together. Oh, everybody's gone quiet. Are you all watching, or are you all coloring? Or are you all waiting for me to say something intelligent? That could be a long wait. I'm sleepy. I've been diamond painting. I've been in my Zen place. And it's such fun in Heather's stream this morning. It was just nice to sit and visit with everybody, or with all the folks, and playing Pokemon and watching. Okay. Okay, so now this, I think we want this one to be this color green as well. That was a game that I was a Zelda player. I loved every iteration of Zelda. I started playing it when it was the little guy on a flat screen, and it looked more like a maze that you had to work your way through. And then of course, I played Ocarina all the way through to the end, and I got the sequel to the Ocarina, the next one that came out, but I was never able to really put my mind around it. And it was right about that time that the Wii came out. And so I got one of those. And as it turned out, I didn't like the controller, the way that the controller worked with that. So I tried to use my old controller, which worked fine. But now I can't, now it doesn't work. And I don't know why. So, and then that particular TV burned out. And I haven't moved it in here to where the other TV is. I just can't justify sitting at my desk playing Zelda. And I used to love Myst. Oh, that was my game. I loved playing Myst. I beat that in a long weekend. It was a very long weekend. It was one of those 5-day weekend things. So this is the anise, which is much more of a light yellow green. I'm only just changing this up. Not because I think it's going to go better with this coral color, but more just to change up the light green. And we can always change it to something else. So this is sort of a neutral base for an olive green. And let's see here. We're going to maybe do this one like this. Because that'll give us a chance to, excuse me, use a different color. And make these a little more visually interesting. Okay, Kim. Have a fantastic day yourself, and happy Sunday and all of that. I know that after the stream, I'm going to have a nice nap so that I can be awake to watch Pole Dart tonight. Hopefully it's on. Well, hi, Color My World. Welcome, welcome. Lori, right? And I want to make sure it's Lori, because I made that as I only know that because somebody called you that, and that's how they spelled it in my presence. And so, welcome. I am working on a page, basing it with some CLAart markers, and then we're going to come in with our Prismacolors and do some lovely shadow and shade. And for those who do not know, Color My World, of course, I probably don't have to tell you, is the resident color queen. And so me, Prismas, in her presence is going to be a challenge. But I will try not to be intimidated. Okay. Okay, so now we've done that, as we might as well, I'm going to add a little bit more of that darker green. To these leaves up here. And then we will make some magic. I am also going to, I just had this notion. I'm going to add some of the lighter blue to these and make them water drops. Like they are dew. And notice I'm really not worrying about making sure that the marker base is smooth and streak free, because I'm going to go over it with my pencils anyway. So just want to get a nice base coat down there. Hello, Crafty Kitty. These are CLAart markers. They are the 100 set, and they come in this beautiful pouch. And I put sort of harder sides in my pouch to hold them up, because they were trying to fall down. So they're alcohol markers. CLAart alcohol markers. And I'm working with the chisel tip. I don't think that they do come in brush tip, although others might know more than me that a brush. I know that this particular marker does not offer the brush tip as a option. Whether or not CLAart makes a brush tip, I honestly do not know. They do not. Rumor has it maybe in early 2020. Okay, thank you, Melinda. And these, by the way, were a channel gift from my moderator, from the lovely Melinda. So I'm able to color with these, courtesy of that lovely lady. All right. And one last bit, which are these leaves in here. Just basing all the green stuff. There is a reason why your green is usually the first color to run out, at least for me, because I draw so many flowers and leaves that I just use the heck out of it. It's just the perfect, it's the perfect lay down for the light portion of a leaf. And Lori, as a matter of fact, Color My World, I was going to tell you, I was going to ask you, do you recognize, I will never forget this, never in a million years, Lori at Color My World's little black dress of leaf recipes? And there is my practice. I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's the sienna brown, the white, the peacock green, the apple green, the cream, and the chartreuse. All those colors to make those leaves. That was the first thing I ever learned from you. All righty, so there we go. And so now we're going to take our turquoise blue again, because we've only got it up here and we need to pull it down here. So we are going to get a little color balance by pulling that turquoise blue down into this. And we're going to pull the lavender up into the other one. So we keep our color balance looking good. And don't worry if I got a little bit out of the lines, because it's coloring. Doesn't have to be perfect. Not even my work has to be perfect. If we let imperfections stop us, we would never finish a job. There we go. So see how that immediately pulled all the colors together? And, you know, I love the way that the blue looks with that. And the, you know, we pulled so we got color, we've restored the color balance is really what we've done. And now I'm going to use this turquoise blue again, because it is just one of my favorite. This is actually called Hint of Blue. It's not really turquoise. But I am going to use it to color these little droplets. So we've got the whole thing based. Except for the very end, I haven't decided what to do with that yet. So now we can get to the much more interesting part of coloring, which is playing with our pencils. Thank you, Jill. Thank you very much, and welcome, by the way, and welcome to anybody and everybody who is here. Heather, I had such fun in your stream this morning, and welcome, welcome, my dear. And it has just been, and once again, for those who might not know, or who have walked in the door since I said something about it last time, don't forget that there is a 50% off sale in my Etsy shop this weekend. Sale ends tonight at midnight, but it's actually, it ends at midnight, the latest place. So that is midnight Hawaii time, or actually, I think it's Hawaii is the latest. So it says Eastern Standard Time, but I always leave it open because I do have some fans in Hawaii, and they get oftentimes get late notifications. So I like to make it fair for them. Thank you, Melinda. And this one is it's a BOGO sale, but it could be also retitled the help me fix the furnace and register the car sale. to unexpected things that I do. Car registration is typically not, an unexpected expense, but I am not very good at, since I rarely drive my car, I don't often pay attention when the registration certificates come and all of that. So I let it go. That and the fact that the insurance was so expensive. And so it's actually almost easier for me to let it lapse and stop driving the car for a few months. And then I can reinsure it. I actually save money that way. But I promise I do not drive it without insurance. I swear. Someone said sale. I did. I said it out loud. Okay. Now I do want to, the other color that I need to sort of bring into a third spot is this peachy color. And so I'm thinking that the peachy color might be good for in here. I do not want to use it in the, I don't want to use it in the center, or, down here in the little black and white parts, the pointillist parts. I don't even remember what I was thinking when I drew this one. So I pulled the color balance in there. I think I might actually also, because these are small, I might pull it in on these little areas and make them jewels for those. And I can use the yellow for here. Thought I was going to use it on the edge, huh? So did I, actually. But I changed my mind at the last second. Hello, Joey. Fancy seeing you here. And it's delightful to see you. And if anybody sees Little Pickle, let me know. Or Miss Kenny. And I apologize for turning the book, but I'm dealing with a big tip, so, and this is a tight spot. All right. We'll stop and we'll pick up some other details later. For right now, hello, Victoria. Nice to see you. All right, so let's pull out the prisms. Okay, now, I know that everybody says that there is no secret to the code of the Prismacolors. And I'm going to tell you that you're probably right, except for the fact that I unlocked the code of the Prismacolors. And it works for me. So this is my Prismacolor swatches. I did all of these in the order in which they came in the box. Then I did them all numerically, and I discovered color families, colors that will automatically blend together, and colors that always look good on the page together. So this is usually the swatch that I look at. And I pick my colors accordingly. So I want the muted turquoise. I want the kelp green. I want the green ochre. And that is sort of my go-to palette over there. Uh-oh. I'd forgotten that I have a work in progress. These are the pencils for the work in progress. So I opened my Prismacolor box and I'm like, wait a minute, where are all my pencils? And of course, they are in here numerically. I got to find the kelp green. It's going to be down here somewhere. There's the kelp green. What else did I say? The green ochre. Got it. The muted turquoise. Got it. The Peacock Blue, number 1027. Nope, that's the true blue. 1027. 1027. It's got to be over here. And oh, it's over here. Silly me. Nope, it's not. See, this is the problem when you get cocky. You screw up. 1027. It's got to be here. 907. Oh, come on. Give me a break here. $10.27. Thank you. We're going to try these just to sort of start out with and see what I can do with them. So this is the Peacock Blue, number 1020. Just going to come in. Now, I am not going to fancy shade these or do them, in 14 different colors. I'm just going to bump up my darks and work them out into my lights. And they'll look pretty, I think. So let's try just a little bit of that. This is the muted turquoise. So I want to come out with that just a bit. Yeah, maybe not. Find my mojo on this. That wasn't it. Christine, get out of your head. Yeah. I need to keep it lower than that. Trying to just use medium pressure. That might work. But I do want these to be darker all the way around, but I want to leave a little white edge on them. Just to leave that little bit of sort of highlight. I actually have no clue. I'm just winging it. Isn't it hilarious? Color and felt. Heather, they gave you shut my mouth wide open. Look. Okay, I've obviously missed something when it happened. Try to check out. A deer in the headlights. Wait. He's playing is when others see your husband as wife. Thank you. I think, oh. I figured that out when you said that you lived in North Dakota. I'm like, okay, I get it. Oh my goodness. I'm going to enjoy reading the chat back on this. Had to dislodge a Prisma tip from your deli sharpener. Oh no. I've had to do that too. It's not easy. They break and they're sticky. I'm not real happy with the way that this is turning out, guys. I gotta say, I'm not doing it very well. Part of it is I really am nervous that Lori is here watching. And the other part of it is that I really don't have a plan. So better at having had a plan, but sometimes you just have to wing it. Today is one of those wing it days. This is the Copenhagen Blue. I'm going to see if I can't do a little repair work here. I really just want to bump these contrasts. I don't know if you can actually see that or not. Let me get you down here. You can. And then let me fix the focus because man, that looks terrible. Oh, that's so much nicer. Wait, that was too far. That's it right there. Okay. So as you can see, I have totally screwed this up. But that's okay because if I work with it long enough, I can fix it. Or at least I can figure out what I did wrong and then, excuse me, not do it again. Yes, the struggle is real. Lori had to leave to finish Christmas decorating. Christmas decorating. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. Say what? Do you know when I used to put up my Christmas tree? Christmas Eve. That's when we did our Christmas decorating. Christmas Eve. But 'tis the season to be jolly. If you want to be jolly for a couple months, go for it. No judgment here. Okay. Now, let me grab a lighter blue. Probably the lightest blue I can find, which is probably the powder blue. And then let me just sort of blend a little bit of this in. Now this is where I'll start to get picky. is on this part of it. Rosemary on Christmas Eve. Yeah, it used to be our tradition. We would, put a fire in the fireplace. We would decorate the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. Everybody would come out and put their presents underneath it for everybody else. And we'd all have, not cookies and milk, but, apple cider, hot mulled cider, and leave the plate of cookies out for Santa. And then when you woke up in the morning, instead of just the presents that you saw everybody put down, there were also presents from Santa. Now it figures that Lori would be gone right about the time I figure it out and get it right, right? See, if you keep working with it, eventually it gets a little bit better. And so the key was this darker blue for me down there. So this is the Copenhagen Blue. And I should have known I should have gone darker to begin with. So this is the muted turquoise. I'm going to pull just a little bit of that out together of that muted blue. And then I'm going to come the other way. And then I'm going to go back to, I'm going to get rid of the box because it's casting a shadow. I'm going to go back to the Peacock Blue. Put a little bit of that. And then a little bit of the Copenhagen Blue around the very edges down here. And then pull them together with the light blue. And see how that'll work. Now, to make a new cup of coffee. Oh no, did you lose a cup of coffee again? Cajun. I know that I don't remember. Excuse me. Who it was the other day? They had Shara. I think it was you who dumped the entire cup of hot coffee all over your computer or your keyboard, I think. Then you had to order a new keyboard. I don't remember exactly when that was. Make magical, Christmas magical before. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And everybody wants the newest gadget, and the newest gadget costs a fortune. Sometimes I do not know how parents do it. I really don't. Some muted turquoise. Okay, now we will pull these two things together with the lighter blue. I'm liking that a lot better. Liking that a lot better. I wanted to go for a sort of a satin sheen. on the flowers. But really, when you color or when you base with the CLAldridge or any marker, you really are sort of eliminating the worry about having to work in your little white spaces with the Prismacolors. So, and then once again, oops. See, this is why this pencil is so short. It really is. It's got to be a color defect or a pencil defect in this particular color. It just crumbles like crazy. Okay. M&R sharpener. Oh, just kills me to sharpen these. Because you lose so much pigment. All right, we'll try this and be very, very gentle with it. And I might switch to a different one. I might switch to the, excuse me. That's the gray-green lights. Let's see what's left in the box. Yeah, that'll work. Either one of these will work. So we'll put them both out. That is the powder blue and the sky blue light. I think the sky blue light is probably the better choice. And Cal Withington is alive again. Okay, so this is the Copenhagen Blue. And the Peacock Blue. And the muted turquoise. And then you blend it over the part that you left with just a light touch of the sky blue light. And sort of leave that sort of satiny sheen. All right. Now, all right, so we've seen that one. I'll do those other two. We're not in any huge rush. Now, wait a minute. See, it's 3:30 and I have until 4. So, thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. And do you film with a phone? No, Mary, I have a Logitech C920 webcam. And I absolutely love it. It was $50 from Amazon, and it has just been so reliable. And I think it's got plenty of zoom power and plenty of good focus. and it's very easy. I do edit all of my software or all of my videos, except the lives, in my computer, and I add things like graphics and overlays, titles, explanations, motion graphics, stuff like that. As a matter of fact, one of the things I'm going to do as soon as I finish my book is make a beautiful animated intro for my friend Shara. So if anybody needs an animated intro and does not know how to make one, see me and I'll help you. But a lot of folks do know how to make them, so I'm not the only one. Okay, Peacock Blue. So we go Copenhagen, Peacock. And I am always happy to help because people helped me when I first got started. It's just what we do for those of us that publish our books. You reach back and you help the next person behind you, the next person coming up. Because that's the way human beings act. We don't compete, we welcome. Plus, I have just found that being nice is just a much better way to sleep at night. Well, that's if I can figure out what kind of a thing that she would like to have. I need to have a personality in mind before I can obviously bubbles has come to mind. Bubbly. She's a very bubbly girl. Happy. You guys, and I said it in my, if you didn't see my diamond painting video, I did say it first, and of course, at A Colorful Life, got this fabulous gift box. And it is a box that you buy for someone that you love as a gift. And she demonstrated it. And then Shara saw that and she bought 2 of those boxes, one for her beautiful little granddaughter. And the other one I suspect is for herself. And so she demonstrated them on her channel in a video. I won't spoil the surprise by telling you what they are, but let's put it this way. The lady who makes them is Deanna at Confetti Cards, and Confetti Cards by Deanna. And if you see them, you're going to want one. So just be prepared. When you see what they do, you're going to want one. So how do you think that this flower is turning out? Is that okay? You don't have a, what? Heather, you know more than I do. Yo, I forget that Joey, you just use your phone, don't you? Oh, it does take a lot of energy to be mean. I don't know how people manage it. I really don't. It's just never been me. I don't know. I just, it's just so much easier to be nice. Just so much easier. Now that doesn't mean that that you aren't, you're not, just because you're nice, you're not a fool. You are vigilant and, you study human nature and you know why people are mean. Most people are not mean because they're bad. They're mean because they don't know how to deal with their pain. And that is, that is why people are mean. It's not that they're bad people. They just don't know how to deal with the pain that they're feeling. And so they lash out at other people. And, a little understanding of that helps, especially if, forgiveness has to occur, that kind of thing. But, and forgiveness, of course, is good for your soul, not theirs. So it's just, usually they're very troubled people that, that have issues, that have issues that are very real, and they need understanding. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to let them walk on you, because that isn't going to happen. At least not where I live. It's very difficult because, so many, like well, I've made no secret about this. I grew up literally in the arms of AA. My dad was a sober alcoholic since from the time that I was 2 years old. And my stepmother also had more sobriety than my dad, even. So I grew up in a household where you actually had to deal with stuff. Stuff would come up, emotional stuff, and you were allowed to, sort of overreact, but then you had to deal with it. And so you develop those coping skills by being rigorously honest with yourself. And if you can't be honest with yourself, that is when it starts, to affect others. And it is an unfortunate circumstance, especially when others get hurt by you, but you just have to keep in mind that these are, folks that are mean like that are damaged. They're damaged, and they have to repair themselves. Sadly, we can't do it for them. They've got to do it for themselves. They've got to want to do it for themselves. I am liking this flower. All of a sudden. Super. Wait, what? You can barely do. Wait. I used to make exploding boxes. Oh, okay. That's the name of them. Okay. They are so cool. Well, yeah, there are some that are just horrible. There's no doubt about that. But they are usually the exception rather than the rule. But even they, Nanimo, I would say that even they are troubled in some way. But yeah, there are a few that are just ghastly people. I mean, they're just ghastly people. There's just no doubt. They're mean for meanness' sake, and that's what I can never forgive somebody who's simply mean for meanness' sake. I am a fine one to because I throughout my lifetime I have worked from home at various times, and so I always watched soap operas. And so whenever the writers would write a character that I was perceiving as being intentionally mean, I would always write to them and say, make sure that if this person is mean, you give them a reason. Make it a mental illness, make it a something like that, but do not celebrate meanness for meanness' sake, because that puts a bad example out there in the world. I'm sure they thought, oh gosh, it's that girl again. On her moral high horse. But that I cannot that sets my teeth on edge when people are just mean to be mean. Fortunately, there are very few of those people in the world. I didn't mean to do this whole flower. I was going to do another flower to show you this process in different colors. But I think you kind of get the point of how this particular method is going to come out looking. And I will continue on with this too. It'll just be another whip in my whip file. And I'll do work in progress Wednesday on it. Maybe if I have enough work in progress Wednesdays, I'll actually get some done. I always say, well, you know, as soon as the new book comes out, then I'll be able to color more. Well, yeah, except then I'm going to be marketing the new book instead of coloring. But then at least maybe I can color from the new book. And then if I do, when am I going to find time for diamond painting? Oh my gosh. Narcissistic sociopaths? Yeah. Those are them. Yes. There is always good somewhere in people. Yes. And yes, even, you know, even if we don't particularly like them, like, you know, we've got a couple of folks here in the United States that I don't particularly care for. But surely there's got to be something good about him. I just haven't found it yet. I mean, obviously his kids love him, so you know he must be doing something right. That was a joke, everybody. Please don't write to me. Don't leave me nasty comments. Okay. All right, that one will work. That's just sort of a simple little flower. Even he can't find it. That redeeming quality? No, I know. I guarantee you it's not humility. Okay. Oh, good. We've still got a little time to do maybe a something else. Yeah, see, that turned out looking a little too metallic for me. But maybe I'll be able to work that off with some Posca. How about that? Of course, I drew it as to being sort of that way, but see how it went from being a flat flower to being a round flower just by coloring. And that is what we do with coloring. We are quite literally fooling the eye with color. And so it went from being a flat flower, this one is exactly the same, to being a curved flower. And maybe we can make it a little more flat again. With some white. I don't exactly know what I'm doing with this. This is what I love about Posca or gel pen. You just wet your finger and take it off. If you don't like it, take it off. Let's see if we can just knock it back. I'm trying to knock the metallic curve back a little bit, guys. And if I don't, because this is going on over wax, if I don't like it, I can take it off again. Okay, so maybe we'll just leave that for a little bit. And we need, though, to throw in a color to the little ends of the dots. And I want to make those a red. So I think I will choose this one. I don't know why. I think red is a good choice. I may change it to black. But for right now, red is going to work for me. And then I'm also going to try and make this look a little bit like a jewel. Although I may not be able to pull it off because I sort of screwed it up. Maybe though, if I use that. Knocked it back just a little. I'm not certain that I like it. We'll see how it goes as we continue on. Once again, you know, when you do a picture, if you have an element that you don't like and you've done it, say, in gel pen, you can literally wipe that off with a damp cloth. And the jury is out on that one. But let's see what we can come up with as far as these. I like these two colors. These are the carmine red, which is really leans to the orange, and a orange, which is good. And then, of course, you can grab I think for my blending color, to blend the two of them together, I might grab the Deco Peach. Let's see how it works. And here, we're only going to go from underneath here. 5 suns. That's ambitious. I don't know if this is going to work or not. definitely don't want to curl this one. And I curled this one too much. So but I do like the way that the base of the coral is looking underneath the orange. I think that's going to need a darker color though, maybe a brown, possibly a gray, but maybe a brown. Let's try the mineral orange. No. No, that is not right. Let's try the, ooh. Heather, what do you think? The permanent red? Is she still here? The permanent red also has an orange tint. We'll see. So now this is the Deco Peach. So I'm using that to just sort of mute down the reds and the oranges just ever so slightly. And I'm actually only working one direction, just a single stroke. I think I do still want this brown. Now, I do know somebody is usually coming on after me. Oftentimes it is Sean. I do know that Jo Beth also streams. I know Sean is not streaming today because he's having a date night. And I do not know if Jo Beth is. Does anybody know? Curved and shiny like me mum. Oh, bye, Heather. I'm sorry I missed you. That flower, it did pop off the page. I'm just not convinced about it yet. Who knows? Maybe I will be. All right, this is better. This is the terracotta. And that is more of the color that I want coming out from under this. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pop this up off of this to make it look like they are two separate flowers. And the way I'm doing that is to try and increase the shadow underneath so that it looks like it's casting its own reflection on this bottom. Sean seems to be streaming. No, did you have the notification or that he's live, or just the because he pre-plans his videos, but then he doesn't, or streams and schedules them, but then he doesn't always follow through. When I saw him in Heather's stream earlier today, he said he was not streaming tonight because he had a date. Now that things may change. I mean, things may have changed. That I do not know. But if he pops up live, I'll hand off to him. Just like I'd always hand off to Jo Beth. And I do believe she is coming on. So I have heard no different and have no reason to believe she's not. So I will clear the decks for her, because that is just what we do. So this is the Carmine Red, or the Permanent Red. And now I've got the orange, and I'm going to pull down. And smooth the whole thing over with that. And I will keep working on that. And as soon as I figure out exactly how to do it, what colors to do it with, I'll bring it back for a work in progress Wednesday. And, okay, so we have a couple of choices, I guess. Sean at Color with Sean may be coming on, but he said earlier he was not. And I believe that Jo Beth is Jo Beth Sexton, Jo Beth's Crafty Cauldron, I think is the name of her channel. So she may be next on the schedule. Of course, I have the schedule. It is in my bookmarks bar. Hang on, I'm looking it up to verify Sunday. Me, Tonya are streaming at the same time. Color with Sean is supposed to be on now. Jo Beth is, yeah, she's on now. She should be anyway. I have not seen a notification from her, but she definitely is usually here. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you, Melinda. You are so good. You are such a good mod. Can I just say that, Melinda? You know, I remember the day that I asked you, and you said no, you'd never been a mod before, but you would take it on, and you surely have. Thank you so very much. And to date, I haven't seen you have to kick anybody out, so that's so cool. That must mean that they don't want to come to my streams, which is just fine, but by me. All the troublemakers can just stay away. Of course, the fact that they're all blocked from my channel probably helps. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me today, and I do hope that you will take advantage of the sale. If you don't like PDFs, all of the books, in fact, are available at Amazon worldwide, everywhere, under C.L.Aldridge. You know, my real name, Christine Aldridge. Thank you for all the thumbs up. And everybody, until we meet again next Sunday, please color something pretty. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here.